Hello, 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 hello. Wait, let me put in my in-ears. I was just making some coffee and my coffee machine is so slow. Oh well, how's everybody doing today? I guess I can say that I'm back. Had a very difficult past 2 weeks. I mean, I've been streaming, oh well, but I had some decisions to make regarding like the rest of my career, I guess. So I came to the conclusion that like I'm still going to run my business and like launch projects and do all that sort of stuff because I really enjoy it. But the whole freelancing thing just wasn't for me. I'm only 26 and I don't know. I want to be around other developers, where it's remote or like on site. I don't really care at the moment. I just want to work with some great senior devs, learn more, grow faster. Because the vibes I got with like freelance development was like, okay, sit down, do the project for 6 months and shut the fuck up, basically. Like if you have any questions, why the fuck did I hire you? And that's something. I mean, I was quite good in acquisition, but I never really like started a job because it's always like I was looking for something that's just not in the market right now. Like I was trying to be part of a couple of teams, but they were more like searching for someone who could like bring a project from start to finish without any questions. Which is totally fine, but what it means for me is that like maybe freelancing will come in a later stage of my career. Like when I'm completely comfortable with doing like estimates and plannings for big projects and like dealing with uncertainty. I guess it just all depends on experience. And I'm not even, let me put at the front, I'm not mad, I'm not sad. I mean, I'm a little sad that I have to like get back to a full-time job again, but I mean, I'm kind of at peace with it, if that makes sense. But I still have a couple of months left and I want to launch Crossroads, I think next week, because I have to prepare some marketing materials. But let me show you what I've done in the meantime. Like yeah, I can just leave it here to the side because if I just open it just a little bit more, I've added the social icons. We are going to work on the images coming behind from the video. That's something I need to add. We will add a small logo here. But if you look very closely, this thing's moved just a little bit. I was playing around. If you read like this morning's update, I've played around with like a couple of micro animations just because so easy. Also, if you notice from the landing page, like the scribbly lines we had, I animated them just to put a little bit more emphasis on like telling a story. Like this goes there, then you read this, and then you visually go to the next section. You read this, then you go to the next section, then you go to the next section, and then you can like buy the actual package. The refactor of Crossroads is also almost complete. The only thing I have to do is like compose a couple of templates for people to which come with like the Lite and with the Pro. What I also want to do, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow on stream because I think it's interesting. I want to build myself a little shell script to. Okay, let me show you what I'm thinking. let me show you. Okay, so I've put it inside of a repository. Hey, Jack, how are you doing? Let's see. Like, I've put a project inside of a repository, and as you could, I still have to like finish the README. These are more of like sort of a Ds. But what I want to do is add a shell script here so that I can automatically like split out into a light version, into a pro version, and even into the free version. What's Crossroad? Crossroad is a link in bio template. I mean, I've been working on this for quite some time, but streaming has been on and off because of all sorts of other things. But currently I'm working on the landing page for it, where you can buy it, where I try to convince you of buying the actual product. So the reason I built this is because like most link in bio pages only consist of a couple of buttons. No, it's still the same project. I just have to finish it and like launch it, and I still have to do a couple of like marketing things. Like for instance, before we launch next week, I also want to write a couple of like basically tutorials outline like how you can get your latest 3 blocks from Ghost API or WordPress inside of Next.js, and basically lead people towards, hey, and this was built with like Crossroad, so you can buy the template here and follow along or whatever you want. And I think that works both ways. Like, I also see myself like somewhat of a teacher. I mean, I like teaching. I'm definitely not the best frontender out there, but I can definitely teach a couple of things. So it helps build my like portfolio, like my blogging directory, like / portfolio, and it helps maybe sell 1 or 2 Crossroad packages. But yeah, I think after Crossroad, it will be like winter again, because then I have to apply for a couple of jobs. I actually don't know how I will handle the stream from then on. I think it will be silent for quite a while, but I will still probably be blogging and probably do a couple of streams. But I'm not sure yet. I have to talk to like my next employer, because quite ideally I want to like combine it if they're up for it. But let's continue. So first things first, when I look at this image, I basically want to add a couple of drop shadows, something subtle, just to get the items a little bit off the page, because now they feel like quite flattish. Does that work with like... Nope, I really have to like select the outlines, which is fine. Like 2, like 12. I think this is still a little bit too hard. No, you know what? Maybe if you see it inside of the page is fine. We have to copy over this. You have to go here, go into assets, go into here, go into there, replace the motherfucker. Yeah, better. Way better. I mean, it's such a little change, but if done well enough, it's a good... It's okay, that's fixed. So I've did all the assets. And now what we need to do is go into the landing page. Okay, so we have this. Maybe I'll say like fuck the logo, because I don't think the logo really adds anything besides a little bit of visual flair, and I have to make choices now because I really want to launch next week. So okay, what do we have? We have like a compelling story. I might have to change the headline, but I will talk about that with my dad, who's in marketing and who's done like 100,000 projects similar to this. And I have to say, he was also a great copywriter. I think I'm going to opt for instead of buy, I want to make it like own. Get started. Like, I want to get rid of like the buy now statements. I think those are a little bit too harsh and maybe put people off. Like get started is like good enough, right? And then you launch your own link in bio page today, and then you have the live first pro version, upgrade version. I'm even like kind of worried about that my pricing is too low for some reason. Like maybe this has to be like $40 and this has to be like $70 or something. On the other hand, I have to be quite honest with myself. The motivation, I mean, the product is still great. Like the front end is pretty awesome to get started with, especially if you bring your own framework. But I've kind of lost motivation for this project because of all the other things that I've going for me right now. So I don't actually care about how much this project brings me as long as it sells, if that makes sense. Like, I want to prove to myself that I can sell, like, a digital product, but I definitely don't have to get... You know what? I can always, like, launch with this, and if sales are really coming in, I can always say, like, okay, maybe I charged a little too little, and then I can maybe up the pricing. I don't know if that's a dark pattern, but we'll see. We can always tweak it. I mean, if people stop buying, then I know I have to lower the pricing again. Or I'll just stop whining and I'll just keep this pricing and see how it goes. I mean, if I sell like 1,000 copies, I have like $59,000. So oh, and I have to say, if I sell like 1,000 copies and I make like $59,000, nothing will happen to the stream, and I will just like be celebrating a good vacation and then get back to start working on a new digital product to sell. I don't know. If I'm able to sell 1,000 of these, it's like it would be awesome. But let's start with selling like 10 pro packages and be happy with that. And then we might be able to buy a new. Can't even buy an iPad from 10 copies. Let's sell 20. Let's set a goal for 20 copies so that we can buy an iPad. I don't know. Let's think of something fun. What the fuck is everybody trying to draw my attention? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to create these assets. So I already have this one. Which is fine. So let's start with that one. I think that's the way to go now. Go here, move this to the side. Okay, we have the video. Where's the video? It's an iframe. We might replace it with a video, by the way. Section, header. Okay, which is... Let's move that here. It doesn't make sense to have inline styling. I mean... Okay, let's keep it on the iframe. Okay, it's fine. So, what am I going to do? Let's set an image here, and we know that that's... Is that image called below? No, it's screens, right? Assets, image, screens... Template, examples. Okay, so what's wrong with the header? Like, it's... Oh, shit. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. Then we just move it out of the header, I guess. Okay, something's definitely not right here. So I want to have it here. Then we have like the grid, we have 11, and we have repeat. Okay, so then I want to something with like the images. Let's refresh it and let's say that the images have a max height of like 400 pixels. Okay, cool. And I want to transform, rotate. How many degrees? Like, let's say 25 degrees. They're going to be positioned absolute. That's on the wrong thing. It needs to be on the header, right? Yeah, cool. So this is exactly what we need. And we need top. We need like min RPM. That's just a bit too much. And we need to rotate it even more. 45 degrees. Ooh, that's too much. 35 might be the sweet spot. And then we also need to break out to the right. Huh. That's strange. Oh, that's a whole nother image. Ah! Aha! Aha! That's fine. Header screens. Right. You know what? Let's do it this way. We might be introducing like a lot of extra requests, but I'm going to like header screens right. I'm going to compress the images anyways. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely better. Then we can also maybe make it a little bit bigger. That's too big, like 450. I think the sweet spot is in the middle in this case. And then we have to make it a little bit less, move it a little bit more out. Just even more, maybe 4. That's too much. Can maybe make it just a bit. No, let's. Okay, and now I'm going to do something crazy. Which means that okay, so basically to have like a guideline here and a guideline here. So now we know that this has to move up to here and this has to move up down here, so that we have like a perfect thingy. And then we go here. We know it's a group, so we can. Oh, it's already. Okay, I don't care. I absolutely don't care now. Okay, so the only thing is now that it's not. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not right. I mean, this is like 100 wide, 133, 100 wide. So these are basically the same size. So what's the matter with this? Okay, and then we are a couple of here as well. So this has to be moved over there. This has to be moved. I mean, over here. This has to be moved like down here. Like, in today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. My brain is hurting. Okay, we've then done that. We've done that. Like, let's grab this. No, I want the entire thing. Let's grab this because this is basically what we need to have. This is what we have. The only thing that we need to do is like change the order. And like move it around this way. And then this has to be moved up, I guess. Okay, cool. I'm gonna export it 4 times. Header screens. Left. Left, and now it's going to be overlain on both of them. So what we know is that this will be the same, however this will be a little bit different, so we can move that into its own, let's say Entia child 1, or maybe even first of type. I think that's even better because we have 2 types, so that way we can be a little bit explicit about it. Video, image, list of type. So this is actually the right one. This has to be broken out of the left, and I guess then we can use like a minus 25 degrees here. And then we are not good for some reason. What's the difference? Okay, so this is 562 and this is 512. That's odd. But hey, we can work with that. I mean, I'm not even mad. But that doesn't make sense because it can only have a max height of like 450 and it really breaks out of that. Like, how does this work if I say to my images like, yo, you can only be 450. Oh, for some reason it shows... Ah, that's because you like you... You know what? Let's work with the things we have. Why do I have the feeling that this just is too big? That's because I'm like not good at... Okay, let's try this again. I think I made a mistake with like composing the image. This, yep, save it. Thank you very much. Just replace it. And still, it's not right for some reason. It's because of that small image over there. But I really want it to be... It's the way. This is right, then this is right, and then this can go. Okay, maybe this is the way. I don't know. Header screens left. We'll just keep tweaking as long as we will get it right. I'm not the greatest like creating. Why are you such a bitch? What's the difference? I absolutely have no 332. What the? I mean, if I overlay these things, they are like exactly the same. Minus a little bit of height. So, what's the problem? Am I retarded? I also don't get why these are skewed. Like... You know what? I'm actually gonna do header screens. Then this one can fuck off. I'm done. I'm done. I don't have time to fuck around with this. Let's just create 2 of these. And one's on the left, one's on the right. And then we can say like CSS flip horizontally. How do we do that? Flip an image. Scale win 1. That's exactly what I was looking for. Like do both of them. Shit, that needs to be this one. Scale X and rotate. I think it's like almost separated. Scale trans yada yada yada. Oh, you don't even have to. Cool. Okay, so the only problem we have is that it might actually be better to fit this inside of the actual header. Yep. Because now if I scale it down, it's still part of the header, and that's what we want. However, what I'm not sure about is why doesn't it want to break out? Because there's an flow hidden on here. It's interesting. Why don't like unset? Okay, unset, like cool. Let's remove this. Let's see what we get now. Okay. Set. Ooh. So what do we get if we have like... And that's probably because of some idiotic thing with the header. Okay, so we have padding, but we don't have an actual width. I think this looks pretty cool. And then once we scale down, it shouldn't overflow. However, that's probably... That's stupid. Oh well, it shouldn't overflow anyway. How am I going to achieve this? Basically by setting the bedding. If I have like a 2 REM like 0, 0, 0. So I only have bedding top and then I set the overflow hidden. Okay, that works. That actually works. So that way we can get rid of this. Yep. And now we have to say like bedding top. It's like 1 REM. I think it can even be less because it's only like a couple of pixels. But we'll have to wait and see. Actually, it's not the header that needs the overflowed one. It needs to be on the actual parent, which isn't even the grid. Let's then. Well, what the fuck do we have here? In today's episode, how fucked up is fucked up. That's fucked up. That's probably because I removed like the... yeah. Okay, so it actually needs to be a little bit more. Ooh. Only thing that I don't like right now is like we have to increase this by a little bit. Yeah, this is great. If I now view this, I think we're pretty much there. So what's on my like finish landing page, add background image and videos. Okay, so how does it look on mobile right now? Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I was hoping not to see. Oh my god. I'm so done with this shit. Okay, we are probably going to set this to like 2. Yeah, we need to make that smaller. Okay, no pain, no gain. Let's go. Okay, so we have the other. We have the H1. We know that we have to move that to small then. Hello? Are we going to go smaller? Please? Header content. problem. Yeah, see, that was the problem. Because this is way more readable, even if the social images are part of the actual image. Okay. Then these can stay floating around. Maybe I can do like a little nifty trick. Like saying that the opacity of the social images on like... Yeah, better. Now they're really into the background. Maybe I can even a little bit other background. So that's great. Now the only thing we have is like another bug we have are these suckers. And I already know what I'm going to do with these ones. Like if we have an iPad, sure, but we are going to absolutely get rid of them on mobile. So intro video image, begone spawn of Satan. So let's go to responsive mode and let's see what it brings us. Like, yeah, once we get down here, it all gets removed. Okay, now let's go to this. It only takes 2 minutes, even if we're not a programmer. I think we want to get rid of the scribbles. What do you guys think? Will it be cleaner to get rid of them, or maybe make them smaller? What happens if you just make them smaller? Smaller. Mycket vitte. You can also set the max height, like 50 pixels. Less. Oop. Okay, that screws around with the actual SVG, like max height 5 pixels. Actually, I can work with that. Max height like 50 pixels. Let's say margin no auto. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay, so we have to scribble. Okay. That makes sense. It needs to be the parent. Yeah, this is way nicer. See, sometimes you only need a couple of tweaks in order to make it better. The only thing I might want to do is like for the feature blocks, like these are the feature blocks. 1, 2, 3. I think I can make the images like just a little bit smaller because we're dealing with mobile. I'll actually have to like... Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make these couple of changes. I also have to add the SEO text, and I will even do... I don't know. We'll have to, we still have to do a couple of steps, but by the end of the day, I want to have this up on for sale. Like, sure, the Gumroad name, like the Gumroad links won't do anything, and we don't have a domain, but we'll do all that. We'll do all of that like tomorrow or like next week, because I still have to prepare the package. But then I can also view it on my mobile device, which is a way different experience than just seeing it here on screen. Like, one thing I also want to do is give the header like a little bit more padding on mobile. I don't know why, but I want to have a little bit more spacing between the Facebook thingies. Or what I can also do, where are you? Okay, so let's keep that here. Why haven't I thought about making this like width? Like 2 REM, right? 2 REM, just make everything just a bit smaller. Oh, that works way better. I mean, maybe that's just a little bit too much. Maybe 2.5. It's better, and then we want to have a little bit more padding. Yep. Okay, that looks good to me. See. Okay, feature images. Let's make those smaller. That was actually what we were going to do. 25. Better. Maybe they can even be like 275. Yeah, 300. Better. But that isn't any better. I don't know, actually. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, this all looks A-O. Hey, is it me? Or am I missing something? No. Okay. It is what it is. Okay, so this video will get replaced with my actual video. Maybe I'll probably record this inside of like OBS, so I can use a native like HTML video element, because the Loom one gives me errors, isn't performant, and gives us a whole lot of crap like reactions, which we definitely don't need. So that's on the planning for next week. Yeah. So the way I see it now, we are pretty much A-okay on the landing page. So let's push these changes. Actually, let's open a folder and see how big those images are. Okay, some of them are way too big, like press JPEG. Like, let's grab all these things. Fuck me. Can't you just like tiny JPEG like everything? Yeah, cool, they even do PNGs. Okay. Nice. Download all. Make me tinified. It's cool. And then we'll override everything. Bada bing, bada boom. Now everything is cool. Where does the like padding come from? From the like we have max width padding bottom. I might want to decrease that just a little bit. Like, let's say spacing XL. that just makes it a little better. Let's just stick with what we had. It's fine. It's fine. Now this works as well. I mean, nobody's actually going to buy this from mobile, I guess, but maybe if you see it on Product Hunt. I mean, I'm not too worried about like mobile conversion for this project. Okay, so let's have a look at my list. So we finished landing page, we added, oh, we have to add the blocks page as well. But Papa, I don't want to add the blocks page. I pretty much have to. Well, let's keep that for another day. I still have to design that. So let's add like Phantom Analytics. Phantom Analytics. Then. All sites, add new site. Site name is Crossroads. Page site. Now we have HTML embed and work, copy embed code. Okay, so now pretty much we can open this editor to it. Where does it? What do they recommend? Because you never know. To the head section. Okay. This can fuck off. Okay, so we have this. Now we are actually going to grab something from Crossroad. So let me grab that. So let's Crossroads. Let's do codes. Because for Crossroad I already made or like prepared the best practices for like where are you? Why do we have an assets? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, sorry. That's something that probably came from... Huh. Weird. Weird! So we have to set a favicon and we have to include all the meta things. So let's do that. So... Okay... Now we can get rid of this. No, shut up. Okay, so we need to have a... Okay, so we need to make a social image, which is... Okay, so that needs to be this. Then we have to get rid of all that's inside here. Social image. Let's make that like 100. Let's go to... Making social images is always like fucking around just a little bit until you get it right. Okay, so that's that. To be at the center. And then it's at the center as well. Then we can say okay, row that to the side. Then maybe from the landing page I can grab like the social icons. Let's move them here, like railway black. You know what? I'm not even mad with this one. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, sure. Save this one. Then move this to... How did we call that sucker again? Yeah, let's just move it inside of here and let's say, was it capitalized? You know what? Copy paste. That's my best friend. Okay, so now we have this, and we need to create a favicon. I always love like favicon generator. I will paste in chat. This is the most easiest thing ever. Like your image should be like 260 to 60, and now I know like okay, so let's create an artboard of 260 by 260. Let's make it blacklicious. And you know what? I'm not even bothered. Let's just make it like CMT. Make it. Or what? Where is it? Oh. Do I want to use another? Maybe I can do a little something with the scribble to make it like a little bit more interesting. It's probably just a matter of spacing it out correctly. Actually, let's just... let's F around with this. Can do it this way. Actually, I think I liked the most. Pull it down a little bit and pull this up a bit. A little bit more space. Sure, this is centered. And what I say, like nobody gives like a single flying fuck about a favicon. As long as it looks like semi-professional, it's okay. Sure, looks good. See, they also have a link in bio, but which one looks better? Like these ones? Or like if you look at this one. I would know. But hey, maybe I'm just a little bit biased. Yeah, generate favicons HTML code. It's okay. Once deployed, check your favicon. Ah, the coffee tastes so good today. I all these are the same, right? Yep. Let's override them anyway. Okay, share favicon package. Let's create an icons. Oh, wrong one. No, I still don't want to buy WinRAR. Then we have to update all these mothers. Oh. There it is. There. Wait, what? Oh, it didn't copy paste anything. Ah, that's weird, to say the least. Okay, let's open it again. Let's grab all this. Let's see. Some of the dropped items could not be accessed for import. Okay. And let's move it all here, and then from here to here. Wow, that worked. Stupid computer thingy. Can somebody tell me why it still doesn't work? Do I need to like... oh, wait. Now I get infinite code things. Serve it. Assets, icons. Yay! Now we have a favicon. It took a while, but we have one. Cool. And do we have any other things? Yeah, we have a block by client, but that's fine. Okay, let's push this up. I think we have most... Like, let's do a final rundown. Like, we have the meta tags, description. Yep, your link in bio page. And then this is the... Yeah. Yeah, so this is ready to be like on a server somewhere. Let's see. Like we have all this. Let's stage it. Beta release. Cool, git pushed a bitch. Yep. And what we can do now is we already had a browser window open. Let's go to first cell. New products. I just skip an app mission. Okay, let's go to chatting the mission before I spill the juice. Black repository. Cross landing. And that's it. Okay, so ports. I can do this now. Do we need to... Okay, so it's nothing of the... It's just other. You know what? Let's just deploy this and see how it goes, because it's just a pretty basic... like HTML, CSS site, so I think for cell will just... Congratulations. Well, that was flipping easy. So here it is. That didn't took that much Timmy. Now I want to see how this looks on mobile. So on Might be a little boring, but hey, I pasted in chat so you can have a look as well. And if there's any issues, just let me know. Crossroad landing dot for sale dot app. Your link in bio page should be more. Actually, I'm not mad. It looks pretty cool. Especially on mobile. Oh shit, that actually looks kind of cool. I mean, maybe the first image is a little bit weird. With more than just a couple of buttons. But hey, I mean, own your link. The scrolling works. Get started. Get started. Now the only thing we have to implement is like the blocks page. And what's a little bit weird is that like the ghost... Oh well, I mean, it is what it is. Cool! This looks pretty awesome. This definitely looks pretty awesome. Let me see. Is Jack still in the chat? Where's Jack? Where's Jack? Oh. Fuck me. Oh, god damn it. I uploaded it to the moment age. For sale. Look, I should have known. I should have known by looking at this 33 days goes. Okay, sorry Sven. I deployed it to like the wrong organization. Okay, warning, this action is reversible. Fuck me sideways. Delete my project. Oh, I feel so stupid. Hopefully we don't get billed for that, but I don't think so. I mean... Okay, new project. I should have known. How could I be so fucking stupid? Actually, now we also have time to rename it. Okay, cool. The name of it can only contain of the... Oh, sorry, it has to be lowercase. Fine. Ah, god damn it. And now, like, all the people in Moment didn't get, like, automatic, like, access. I mean, I don't really care if they have access to that one, but... Why do I have... Oh, yeah, because I'm going to... Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. This update... Not found. Fuck! Okay. Go to dashboard. Is it... Crossroad? Let's update that. So now it's here. Sorry guys, I made a mistake, but shit happens. Okay, so now the only thing we have to do is like go, we have to make like the Gumroad pages, but that's for next week. Okay, so what's on my list for now? Like finish landing page, add block page, add Phantom Analytics. Okay, so let's verify if Phantom works now. Like, let's see if that works. Just this one. Verify site code. Hooray! Dashboard. Views. Desktop. That's nice. Okay, so this is set up correctly now, which is great because I always forget to include analytics. I guess I even forgot it for like use affiliates on the product hunt launch, which was kind of devastating. Okay, so cool. This works. This works. So pretty much I added everything I wanted to do. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to work. Okay, so let's remove all this. What we are going to do now, since I still have some time left today, is let's make a head start on like the actual refactor, which is this one. Actually, did I? think I can do it from here because I logged in already up to date. Is that right? Yeah, probably. So what did we do? What did we change? Yeah, we remove something here. That's fine. So for the refactor, we already included the interfont, so that's great. Okay, so we have to test all the blocks. Besides testing all the blocks, we'll finish the readme, test, yeah, okay, finish the readme. And what I also wanted to do was do something a little bit different inside of here to make it easier for people to like change. Because this is all... okay, so let's see this, and let's also create like family. Our family. Let's do this. Okay, so let's see if this works, because I'm kind of experimenting with like the project layout and what makes sense for people, because I really want this template to be useful for like all the way for people like, I don't know, like me, who's comfortable with writing Next.js and Remix applications. Like, I want to be able to like have a link in bio page, which I'm going to also make on stream probably tomorrow. Let's do that tomorrow. Like, make my own link in bio page so I can demo the product to you all. But like for people, for me, who can like automate like the data fetching for the latest blogs, but I know there will be many people who will just be like, okay, let's highlight some of my most popular blogs and just do it like hard coded. And that's great. That's fine. I mean, you can set up your link in bio page in 2 minutes if you do everything hard coded. So let's see. We can close this. We can go to localhost 3000. And we have to do that. Okay, so let's see. I want to have a header. What do I want? Let's say header with bio. I think that's great. So the way this works is you just copy and paste. Like, now we have this. That doesn't look great. Let me close a couple of things just to give myself a little bit more space here. Now, the way this works is you just do this, copy and paste it, poof. Oh no, this doesn't work. Probably if I do all this and do it inside here. See, this is why I wanted to test like the actual thing. Fuck me. Wait, what? This is supposed to work because on my MacBook this does work. That's probably why I refactored it. Yeah, okay, so we have a couple of 404s. I don't really care about that for now. What I do care about is why on Windows like the import doesn't work and on my Mac everything worked. CSS import with CSS vars. Yeah, so that's probably not going to happen. Import URL, CSS, importing CSS rules. Okay, and so does this need to be an URL maybe? No, I think it just doesn't want to work with the... Okay, so this works. But what's wrong with this? It basically just doesn't import the CSS file, and that might be my mistake. Assets? See. started. What is going on? Yeah, okay, what I can also do is do it a little bit different, you know? And let's say, like, do I like this method? Certainly not. Is it required? Probably. But now we are getting a little bit... I don't know if this is really clear for, like, the people who are going to use this. But let's see if it even wants to work. .css1, come on. No, and if I do this... Am I... assets... Okay. Assets CSS... Okay, that works. And if I do it this way, that works too. Okay, well, then we do it this way. I mean, it is what it is, but I think this is the most clear way to do it. Because I want people to be able to go to the style CSS and like update the variables. Like for instance, if they want the background color to be black, they should be able to do it from here. Right? They should be able to like customize it and do anything they want to it. And also, if I have like required CSS, I can make bug fixes a little bit more easier, because probably most of bug fixes will go through required, because all the styles aren't all that difficult. But let's see, let's do it this way, because our focus is really on mobile. So what was I about to... Yeah, test it out. So let's see, we have a header, and below the header I want to do a article list, because I'm a blogger. I just want to show all my blogs. Article list, and we do this, and then we go to style CSS, and we just copy and paste it inside here. Pew! And it works. Okay, and maybe just below the article list I want to include like a social labels row. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. So I will place that below like the header and the section. And as you can see, it's just like a matter of like copy and pasting just... And maybe you want to edit some content. But everything you need to do is like copy and paste, and that's it. And then like if you want to, you can like go into the index.html. You can be like, okay, I need to update my... You know what? Let's do that for me. Like Twan Kruiswijk. I'm an indie hacker. Let's go to my Twitter. Why do I... Okay. Let's grab my bio. So let's see if it even works if I like love semantic code, and I'll do 2PC. That even works. Now what I want to do is like say Twan. Let's just do like the first three, right? We can either like remove all this and it should be fine. Yep, it should be fine. Now, okay, so one thing I see right now is that we might actually want to align item center. Shit. Justify content center. You know, we want everything to be aligned. So let's go to so and let's say justify content center. And that's why I wanted to include all the blocks and like play around with it a little bit, so we can catch these small mistakes. But actually, like... fixing these small mistakes will actually compound into like a way more useful and better product, because I want the first impression to be like a-okay, right? Okay, so we have this, and now I have to go into style CSS to make the same change. Yada, where social labels? Justify content center. Okay, so let's close a whole bunch of shit. Okay, so what I wanted to do was like... I'm Twan Kruim on social media. So that's great. Like... Kruim. Kruim. Yep, this works. Cool. Okay, and then we can even be like, make remote work for you. Let's just grab a... See, and this is all you need to do. Like, this was posted on March 31st. Say March 31st, 5-minute read, or like 4-minute read. Like, remotes 101, the blog. We can grab this one. And we can save this. See, and now it works. Isn't that awesome? Oh shit, all these are featured. Thanks, Ghost. To change over my blog to a new thing later anyways. But yeah, you can see how it works. Like, you can do it hard-coded. What I'll probably do is move this into like a Next.js application. Or like even something smaller. Like maybe Svelte or something where I can do some data fetching. I'll have to wait and see. But we'll get to that tomorrow. Like, let's clear this out and like copy and paste. Copy and paste your inside here. And then style.css. Let's remove everything. We already fixed one buggy. Okay, so what do? We remove that. Move that into style.css. We get the required one. Okay, cool. Now, do I have to do anything for the actual favicons? Maybe that's something... Yeah, you know what? We can actually use the same favicon pack as we've used for the landing page. Can I do this? No. Let's do it from code then. Go and explore. Let's move that inside of here as well. Because what we can do now is we have these hrefs. And we can say assets, icons. Bam. Wait. Better. Oh. npx surf. Yeah. So now we include like yep. And now we can did you replace favicon files inside icons? Okay, so I have to make checklists out of that, but that's fine. I think I'm actually gonna sit down like somewhere between now and before lunch and like crunch this out. I don't feel like doing this on stream because I really have to think about this, and it won't be any fun watching me like fuck around with documentation. I also have to do some research on how do other like HTML templates like document this, because I want to see what kind of stuff do you have to include if you also want to tailor towards people who don't have much experience? Now, what I'm interested in is, does this still work? Like, let's test out a couple of blocks, shall we? Yeah, this works. Okay, so one thing I want to add to this is like include more, like I want to have a profile image here, because it doesn't make much sense to only show like Jonathan Legend, for example. How are we going to do that? Like, I think it's also a issue with like this one, right? Where I included the headers with like the idea of like people are going to use their face or like a video here, but what they'll probably do is like, I think it's more obvious if I show you this example. Let's grab this. Let's copy and paste it and shit. Wait a minute. Hey, the image is there. Oh. I just made a small mistake. That's the problem. Aha. Okay, now the more you know. I knew I wasn't all that stupid. Okay, so what's the problem here? Okay, so we have like the video, and the video is margin auto, and the overflow is hidden, but I don't get why the video doesn't want to be overlay. Why are you? It needs to be position relative. Great, success. But that's like header video. Okay, so this is header video. Image. Position relative. Now let's also, and this is why I need to test shit before actually pushing it to production, right? Image. Oh, shite. Excuse me. And this actually scales, right? Cool. Cool. Now we also probably have like, did we even include the, yeah, so profile, header image. Oh, but this actually goes, huh. Header image, and we have an image profile. Okay, now let's test out this one. Okay, and that's because we need to put one in here. Maybe I'll include like a minified. Wait, what? Well, this is interesting. Okay, I fucked up here. Okay, So what's the problem? Let's see. Okay, so we have a header image, and we have a header image. So that's cool. That's 280. So that's nice. So the problem probably is like this one. So if we comment this one out, I think I know what happened here. Okay, so we have the header image. Right. Okay. Cool. That's exactly what I needed to do. I called it header image, but actually the section is called header image, so that's confusing. So glad I could have like, how did I short-term memory? Let's go. Profile image. I say margin. No, auto. And I think we're there. And let's actually give it a little bit of margin bottom, like to REM. That's too much. 1 REM. Better. Or did we actually include like spacings inside of here? Vertical space. Okay, so it's vertical spacing. Cool. Let's just use vars to be a good boy. That's even better visually as well. Okay, so then we can grab all this. Let's see if it works on mobile as well. It works on mobile as well. The only thing I'm concerned about on mobile is that the background image is a bit too much. Header image. You know what? Actually, people can tweak this themselves to say, like, if they don't like the padding. Because I think I've actually checked this on... Wait, header with background, right? Yeah, it's this one. And then inside of here, let's copy and paste this. Move this. And now we're good. So if I remove this and check it again, so we copy and paste it inside of the body, take the CSS and remove it inside the styles. It's a oh freaking K. Go. Okay, let's first add the icons. Let's delete this. Favicon. And the README also is part of that update. Then we can get rid of all this, because this needs to stay empty. Let's add a new line. Okay, so we fixed that. We fixed a class here. And we fixed there. Now that we're at it, let's I guess just continue refactoring this bitch. You know, let's just walk through all the headers, see if everything works. Because we're already so far, why stop with like, oh, we noticed that 2 headers aren't working. Well, the other ones would probably be okay. Okay, so we need to copy paste this. Now we know we have that, and then we have to this, paste it in here. Looks fine. Looks fine. Now, what I do remember is that if we add like, let's add a card. Like, let's add a block with image cards in here. That it looks a little bit odd, right? Well, no, not really. I think it's fine. I might actually decrease the font size of Jonathan Legends. Better. Better. Just a little bit more. Just a bit more subtle. Siblerino. And this goes beyond each other. And it goes all the way through here. Also, that's another header, like edited and well. Index. Let's also clear index. Okay, so this one worked. So now let's get to this one. Ah, yes. And here I also wanted to add back like the profile image. Which is probably still there, but also behind. Yeah. See, I knew I wasn't crazy and that I included these things. But once you start to fuck around with like position absolute elements, you need to be very, very, very explicit about what things are. Wait, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, because you are working inside of the wrong thing. Oh. Profile image. So let's test this code and it works. I already know that. Ooh. This header works and is refactored now. What time is it? Oh, I still have quite some time. I'm actually glad that I get to this now instead of like later on in the week. Because now, I don't know, I have time to work on this, if that makes sense. And then we can, then tomorrow I know that like all the code is good and it's like refactored, and then I only have to do like the readme and the marketing stuff and like upload it to Gumroad. And okay, so what we can really do tomorrow is like focus on the build process of like the distribution, like of the package, right? I want to make a shell script that I don't have to like drag and drop every single block into the right thing, but that I can say, okay, shell script, we made some code changes, maybe we have to push out another update with like bug fixes. I fixed the code, now let's split it up in like the light version, the free version, the pro version. Let's go. So let's see, which one do we have here? We have the newsletter. So we have to obviously copy and paste the styles. Works as well. Does it work on mobile? It works on mobile. Now, one thing I'm wondering for this sign up form is, does it work on mobile? Yes, like it works. And if it works, guys, it works. Okay, so this one is okay. Now let's copy the other header with bio. I think this one is already fine, but let's be consistent and check everything. This works and this scales down properly as well. Now that I'm thinking of it, there actually was something wrong with this one. Have a look at like the text color here. They don't match, they don't match. And why don't they match? Yeah, so we need to fix that. So that's the P main text color. And I guess like the other, like which one did this get? Like, P is lighter text color. Yeah, that's the one we need. So if we now copy and paste this into style, this should work and look a little bit more consistent with the actual other blocks. Let's go. Okay, and now we have the header with bio and socials. Okay. Of course, this doesn't look quite nice yet. We go to here, place this, and also for this we need the lighter background color. No, this is actually the right one. I'm mistaken. I mean, variables don't lie. And this also works on mobile. Yep, this also works. And if I click on one of these, it will take the target blank. Cool. Actually, what do you want with like a link in bio page? Do you want to like target blank or do you want to direct link? I mean, it's a template. You can change it yourself. Okay, so all the headers are now fine. So let's make sure we are in a good state again. It's a little bit cumbersome, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't really care. As long as like the actual deployment process goes fine, like spilling it out to like GitHub and GitHub, like from GitHub, like make a distribution package, which I can upload Gumroad. If that's fast, I'm happy. Header, change it. Okay, now let's move on from here. So I guess what's up now is like the buttons. Like let's make a button group. Let's grab like a single button, and I guess these are part of like the okay, these work. That's great. Buttons work and don't have to be refactored. And now we get to this. I already know. Oh shit. Make remove. Okay, now what happens if we include like a ridiculously long block title? It probably looks awful, but as long as it scales. Yeah, see, I want this to happen. I don't want like a smaller card and then a big card. And because of mobile, it's great. Cool. Okay, so that works as well. That's... we already tested the block card with images, but just to be sure, let's do that again, because now we're refactoring and we're looking at it with another pair of eyes. So mobile, here. And it doesn't do anything crazy with the image if I update the text. Nope, it's just, it will just update the container size. Cool. Product cards. Let's check that one. Ah, this is such... I mean, is it really boring? Nah, I guess it's not boring work. It's fun to see everything in action. This works as well. Again, like, let's do a small test with like if everything scales properly. Yep, everything scales properly. Probably people want to like maintain the same size. And what happens if I remove the P tag? It also works. Okay, that's great. It has to like have some level of modularity. Like, people have to go like, yeah, I want that block, but I want to remove like the actual description of the product, right? Or like, I want that block, but I want to remove the image. Does it still work? Like, what happens if I remove the image? It still works, it only makes it bigger, but that's just the way it is. Okay, let's grab the repository cards. This works. I might actually have changed my mind on one thing, and that's like you have like the SVG. Like, can I give this like a fill of like red? Let's see what happens if that's stroke. Hello. Let's see. Explore. Like gray. Okay, so gray is like conform, like GitHub as well. Okay, then let's just keep it gray, and you can do this, and then you're pretty good to go. Repository cards work. Testimonial cards. Let's see if those work as well. Beep. Yeah. Works. Maybe I want to... Okay, so how would it look if those things have like a... No. Okay, that doesn't look good. And I don't have to specify this because of scaling. Cool, so all the cards also work, and I think we haven't made any refactors, so that's great. So galleries are also fine. I already know because they are the most simple coded elements inside of here. Now if we have because these are just some images with links, right? Now this might look fucked or like clapped, but that's... Here, this is all the code for the gallery, right? Just place it in a grid. Ooh. Okay, so if you're watching, let's give you a little nugget. What you can do if you don't like the image, like you can like a grid or like a column. Can I just do grid gap? Let's see if this works with one REM. Yeah, see, and now you'll have like even spacing between the images. And what you can also do is like, if you now have even spacing between the images, you can do like a border radius, and there's a variable for that. You can hard code these things, but I don't know. I'm the maintainer of this, so let me show you the proper way to do this. And you can give those things a border radius. And if you're a real MVP, you can even say like, let's give it a box shadow of like far box shadow. And great job. Now you have just like created your own custom theme for like Crossroad. It's that simple. But I'm not gonna push that. But that's just to show you how easy it is to like actually customize the theme, right? Let's see this one. I'm not sure if this one is okay. Let's close everything. Okay, so now we have this, and this looks like shit. Close this one. Hey, did we make... Oh, shit. Yeah, this is the way it is. Hello. Oh, I need to do this. Hey, we found a bug. So what's going on here? Let's see if we imported. I don't think we imported the correct HTML. Yay! And that was the bug. So this works as well. Well, we tested the headers, we tested the article lists, except for like the image list. So that now. Article lists. Also is quite well. Both list works. I know the newsletter works, but just in case, let's test that. Yep. Let's see this. Oh, and that also works with like removing the width background. Yep, and also described it. Hey. Hey! Why doesn't that work? Okay, so what's the problem? Better? Oh, God. Stupid. Excuse me. If I do this now, it works. Yep. If it has a background, it will have padding. Okay, so there's nothing to change there. Now we test the social rows. Is there also part? Yep. No, not having. Okay, that works. Actually, that's not quite true. Because just like newsletter, this is also already part social. Anything. Otherwise, you might like import two versions of the social rows where one's bigger than the other, and you're like, wait, wasn't my header social rows like just smaller? That can be confusing. So let's not fuck around with that. For the rest, fine. Runs correctly. And I know it looks underwhelming, like when I'm like copy and pasting each single one of these like elements, but the real power is once you start combining and start seeing like, hey, you know, I can make a whole page out of this, like import my own data. This works as well, especially like exactly like I want to. Let's now do these social tiles. Yep, social tiles, which I found the most awesome of all the social blocks. I don't know, I just like the way they look, and I think we finally ran into a bug. Yep, ran into a bug. Okay, let's see what's the problem. We forgot to update this class name. Cool. You know, sometimes it can be a small mistake that has like dramatic effect. But hey, this works. now, and I guess we only have the actual quote blocks left, like the text blocks, which are quite some important blocks for especially people who are more content focused. And what the fuck is this like? This probably is just already part of like the wide CSS, which I can understand. Yep, that's as well. This as well. And this as well, probably. Yep. Okay, so the only thing we have to do for that is like update all the CSS files, telling the people like, hey, yo, this is already part of like the required file. Let's update this and let's update this. Quotes container, the quote of container, single column text. Text. Now all we need to do is like get rid of this, and then we can do another release. Wait, what? Oh my god. Revert. That was what like VS Code was talking about. We don't want to remove the icon folder VS Code. I don't know why that's behind like a command C. Oh, okay. It's fixed. No, no worries. Just a little inconvenience. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that was already part of. We had to fix a class name. Yep. Still. Ooh. Push it. Okay, refactor code base done. Test out copy and pasting all lines to validate refactor success. We did that as well. Now all that's left is for me is okay. Let me show you what I'm actually talking about. Otherwise you might be confused. I'm here like how's going, taking the week off the project. Okay, help me get it. Okay, so that was for the update which I already released. So we have to finish the README, and we already pushed to GitHub as well. So wrap up code base. What was wrap up? Across devices. That's something I have to do, but I won't bore you all with doing that on stream. Set up default templates. Wrap up README. Okay, so that's also in tomorrow's to do. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up here. I think we have quite an interesting program for tomorrow, where we are going to like actually wrap up the code base with like the final README, and we're also going to set up the default templates. I would very much like your input on that. Like tomorrow we are going to build a couple of default templates which will ship with like one will ship with like the light package, and 5 will ship with the pro package. So I'm interested to hear like what do you want out of a template, pretty much. And then I'm also going to build my own link in bio page based on the, I guess, the template, because I'm going to include that inside of like behind this button. This is the landing page we built today. I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, it could. I'm happy with the header. I'm a little bit less happy with this, and I'm happy with this. Maybe it could use some more color, but I don't care at the moment. I just want to ship this thing. Because sometimes I get really fed up and like, oh, everything has to look beautiful and it has to be perfect. And then you see like other people who do like a pretty simple landing page with Comic Sans and it looks like shit and they sell like 50,000 copies. So this is fine for now. We can tweak it later based on the data and based on feedback of people. It's good enough. It's good enough. But beyond this, like, see an example, we are going to like links at twankruiswijk.com, like twankruid.com, which isn't currently built and which isn't up. So we have to set that up as well. And then we can work on the marketing side of things, like writing guides about how to hook up like your latest Go CMS or WordPress post with Next.js or with Remix or with what the fuck else, or like from Notion. I think that's where we are really going to sell lots of copies, like providing good tutorials where people learn about where people learn about how to do certain things and like the favorite framework. And then I can say like, hey, if you want to follow along, just buy the light template or like buy the simple, or I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but I think people might, if I write a tutorial, people will certainly have a look at the project, and then they can decide if to sell. If I have like 1,000 readers, then people are going to buy the template. I'm pretty certain of that. I don't know why, but that's like what my gut tells me. And then again, this project doesn't have to sell anything because it's an experiment. If I have one sale, I'm already like over the freaking moon. So that was it for today. I am going to sign off and write the blog update for today's stream. I'm going to upload the YouTube video, etc. And I hope to see you all tomorrow, where I'm going to do all the things I just talked about. So have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're from. Have a little smoochie. Don't forget to follow if you haven't followed yet, so you can stay up to date for the next stream. And I will see all you guys tomorrow. See ya!